Quick,
Him and
everyone be
haircut.
silent.
Yes. No more banter. It's the
Unless it's
anti-banter
about
button.
penises.
Well,
That's totally
That's-
acceptable.
straight into it, okay?
We're not wasting any time this week.
Time is not.
I need a
something we
haircut
have
too,
much
Matt.
of.
I wear a headset every day, so like as my hair gets longer, there just ends up being a flat patch in the middle. My hair ends up-
You've got a valley in front to
I
back.
do. This is like the weirdest mohawk in history.
That's funny.
The
A true modern mohawk.
the,
The
the,
faux
the
hawk.
perpendicular reverse mohawk.
Unhawk.
Mm. The Tony Hawk. No, no, that doesn't work.
Oh.
No.
It's not-
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yep.
Yep.
Everyone else too.
I bought the
Yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 for the Switch. I forgot
Mhm.
how utterly bad I am at that game. Just it's funny. I remember thinking, oh, this should be fun. I could look up how to play this game now. You know, there's guides and all this other stuff. Nope, I am terrible at it. There's no point in me even trying it.
Try the real thing.
No, I did
Just-
once. I bought some rollerblades, and I was
Attach
trying to
little
do
wheels
like
to the Switch and ride that around the house.
I went to like a
Should've
skate
gone-
park and I tried to do like the grinding thing and I fell on my shin and yeah,
God.
it took me several minutes to get back up and walk and I was like, yep, I think I'm done.
Took me several minutes to stop crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you hit a bone in the direct center, it takes
Yeah.
a minute to.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the worst.
I got
Well,
I
The
got
older
a.
you get, the longer minor injuries take to heal to the point where they just become permanent. So
I got a skateboard for Christmas one year, and when I opened it up, I looked at my parents and went, "What is this for?" Because I'd never expressed an interest in it ever. Never even really
It
tried
fits
to
under
use
the car.
it. Yeah, but we did have this really steep driveway at the time. So what I would do is I would lay down put my chest on the skateboard and put flip flops on my hands as brakes, and I'd go face first down the driveway and try to stop before I got to the street.
Jeez.
that sounds like the safest use of a skateboard I've ever heard, which is really saying something.
We used to sit on them and go down big hills in our neighborhood. Sometimes like two of us would get on one. That was pretty fun. And a little dangerous, but
I mean, anything involving a
Matt, you-
skateboard is a little dangerous, right?
it was fun though. We had a good time.
Matt joked about
Kinda
sticking a
on, but
skateboard
off
to the
topic.
underside of a
Friend of mine's a
car. and
bartender.
I had a friend that had that. He had a very, very low to the ground Ford. And when we went over speed bumps, it would scrape. So he welded a skateboard to the underside of it, and that worked. That did the job.
Wow.
Suspension's awful, but we would just kind of hit the speed bump and just push just enough to roll over the top of the speed bump.
Pretty
That's
clever.
Gross.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I actually swapped out the suspension of a car I bought for taller suspension, which is, something a lot of car guys don't do unless it's a truck. But I swapped it out for taller suspension because I couldn't get over the speed bumps at the school without just yeah.
Speed
You're the only
cliff.
guy in high school with a raised Fiat. It looks literally like a car that you draw when you're in kindergarten. With the big wheels and the big hump.
I should have gotten
Uh-oh.
oversized wheels. It would have been good.
I was saying, a friend of mine the other day when the ice first hit, he was leaving work as a bartender, and he slipped. It's Forrest, Rachel. He slipped, and obviously he fell, but he fell in a way to where his legs stepped out, and he headbutted his own knee, fractured his eye socket, and had to
Yeah.
have 15 stitches.
Oh, jeez.
It looked so bad.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Dang.
that was
There
got
was
a
blood all
major
over his
black eye.
face. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
He headbutted his own knee and, did some work.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since it happened, but I saw a picture of him the night of, and it was just
Yeah,
of
it
course, he had
looked
a
so
bandage.
bad.
He was at the hospital, and he
Yeah.
did a selfie, and he's got this bandage, and blood just all over his face.
Jeez.
It was all down his face.
He had a T-bone on his face.
Yeah.
Really?
Just a leg from the knee
No, I
down
mean,
sticking out.
that's
On
the
the...
scary thing. Is that's quite technically a compound fracture of his face.
His face.
Excuse me.
Oh,
So-
jeez.
I didn't realize that he hit his own knee. I was thinking that he like hit like a curb or something, but with that much force, he probably would have really had to have surgery if he hit something harder than his own knee.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just the way you described it. I haven't seen him or talked to him about it, but I'm like, God.
That is crazy. I don't think I've ever even heard of anyone getting injured like that.
Yeah, I was
before.
going to say, hang on.
Like you would have to.
You should be
would-
proud of that
you would
level
have
of
to
flexibility.
bend in
That's-
such a way,
Yeah.
like I
Exact,
can
yeah.
touch my head to my knee, but he's like a large man.
I was gonna say he's a big dude. I think
Yeah.
I saw him one time.
Yeah.
Probably dislocated both his hips in the
Yeah, I'm
process.
surprised he doesn't have a back injury. Like something popped out of place for that to
Yeah.
happen.
He's gonna start a new profession as a yogi. As he apparently
Oh, really?
discovered flexibility.
He's like, if I can fracture my orbital bone on my knee, so can
So
you.
can you?
It's not the best
Just
slogan, but
relax
it's
and
true.
All
feel
you need
every
is
part of your body
Work a
as it
12-hour
enters
shift in a
your eye
bar and
socket.
step on black ice.
Oh, that's funny. I've heard of hot yoga and like goat yoga. This would be ice-based yoga.
Is it goat? Like, meh.
Yep, like
Yeah.
little kid goat
Or puppies,
puppies.
puppy yoga. Like you do yoga
They're
and
just
there's
in the
little baby
room,
goats
or-
running around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
baby
okay.
goats are
Yeah,
in the
You
the-
do a yoga class and there's goats and they'll climb on you when you're in different
climb on you,
positions. It's kind of cute. Yeah. Because they're curious and like to climb on stuff.
Okay. Well, I've heard of like
It's
dog
cute.
chiropractors, so I wasn't sure if it was kind of similar.
Like
Yeah.
a dog in
It-
a medical coat or.
It's cute in all the
So
promo
play
photos.
cards
It's less
there.
cute when you're
doling
in
out
there and
medicine.
Right. To be fair, they'd
you're
poop
going to
everywhere.
down dog, and yeah, then they just
Yeah.
goat climbs on you, shits on you, pisses on your back.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they
this is
don't
great.
care. They just kind of go when they want to go.
Nope.
Starts eating your hair.
I
Yeah.
feel so relaxed. This is amazing.
I love this. Now there's also poop.
Let's go to
and
that
I'm
other
sweating.
class where I get to put my knee in my eye socket.
Literally like turns around.
I'm physically exerted. I stink a little, and now there's poop. So
Yeah.
You're a downward dog.
Sounds like a workout.
overlay.
awesome.
How refreshing.
Great. This made my day better.
Hashtag blessed.
Oh, that's funny.
My chakra is aligned.
Almost got him. Almost got him. Think you got him. We raised goats. Well, my parents raised goats when I was much younger, and we would. I don't remember why we would do this, but we'd bring them into the barn, and there were like 24 of them at a time, and I guess is when they were getting ready to have the kids, but there would be just goats everywhere. I was like, I don't understand.
This is my life now. Goats all the way down.
Goats all the way down. We did have one of the cool things was almost every year when I was in elementary school, my mom, who worked at the school, she would bring around just a box, and with baby goats in it, and she would just go from classroom to classroom, and it was just adorable because they would all be very small. Yeah.
Mama Jamie's traveling box of goats.
Well, we've had a bag of weasels. Now it's a box of goats. It's funny. Yep.
So, I'm figuring out a segue into that, but I don't know.
Speaking of non sequiturs,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. You
Mhm.
guys met this fellow, and what was it? Spectro went in, said hi, and didn't like the way he said hi back, so he bounced out, shut the door, and then upon opening the door, he had dropped a wall of force, and y'all been chatting, and you're giving him a suntan. You got a nice, I forget what the name of the spell is.
orbital laser.
Dawn, orbital laser. And he's sizzling a little bit, but he seems to be handling it pretty well. And he's kind of taunting you a little bit, giving you a little bit of information. And if I remember correctly, you were on the cusp of like, are we doing this? Are we going to let him go? So
Is he going to let us go?
Yeah.
you're on the outside, right? I mean, he's walled himself in to this small room. However, we are in round 5 of the combat, and we'll just start right there. Tarathiel,
Were
it's
we
round
talking
5.
to him?
So every round, everybody's got something. You're saying some stuff. So we're doing it brief, combat because the guy is sizzling. So we have to keep going by rounds as long as all these spells are going. But in order, I don't want you to have your 6-second combat round and take 5 minutes talking to the guy. So, if we're talking, that's fine. We'll just get through it. But if there are things you're going to do and during these rounds, now's the time to do it.
Okay.
Because right now he's just kind of leaned back against the wall and he's doing something. He'll cast a spell every once in a while.
He's doing one of these numbers.
Yeah, right. Oh,
For those listening only on audio.
the metal sheet under the thing,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
I guess under your chin tanned. Is that what that's
Yeah,
for?
getting
Never
an
understood
even
that.
tan. Yes.
Don't explain it.
Just tune in next time.
Yeah, come to the Twitch, lazy bums. I don't know. Tarathiel doesn't want to let this guy go, but I don't think Tarathiel can actually do anything about it because I can't pass through a wall of force, can I?
I don't know.
Or I don't know that.
How would you?
I'm trying.
What are your options? I mean, you can throw the psychic dagger, but
I can
does
throw a
that
psychic
pass
dagger.
through a wall of force? I don't know.
It's a good question. That's a good question, and only you can answer it.
Let's.
Or do you want me to? Do you know the answer and you're being coy because you want me to try it?
I'm being coy. I want you to try it.
Done. No, it's a 13 to hit. Seems unlikely.
Well, you certainly hit the wall. It's got a very low
See?
AC. So, just a quick cursory search. It's basically saying that it's immune to psychic damage, so it's hitting but not going through.
All right. Well, thematically, I would have thrown 2 psychic daggers. I'm going to use my bonus action to throw the second one, which doesn't help.
Splash, splash.
Ooh,
Flame,
natural
what
one.
did you-
Yeah, perfectly. Just straight into the back of
No,
Fairzone's head.
Yep.
Stab.
Oh,
It
no.
happens. It happens a lot. So, talking to the guy or passing on?
I'm just going to glare intimidatingly. As intimidating as I could be with a +0 intimidation.
All right then, Alma, you're up.
I guess I'm just gonna continue casting my spell. I don't really know what to say to this guy. That I don't know what our plan is. I'm also far away, so
We all
What
didn't
do
like
I-
that lightning bolt down the hallway.
oh, I didn't.
That hurt.
So I just need to roll damage for that.
Go ahead. Was that a Constitution save? Is that right?
Yeah, Constitution save.
Probably a fail. Oh yeah, your
DC's
DC is 16 or 19.
It's 19.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 25 radiant.
All right. 25 radiant. And here's a concentration check.
Oh,
All right.
Ow.
The wall of force is still there. And that last time, he's been a little bit cocky. And you see his skin says like you're cooking him. He's basting. He's a turkey. That last one, he doesn't seem to be as joyous and playful as he was. He was just kind of looking down, fiddling with something. Then that last hit, he just kind of looks up, looks down the hallway at you guys. A little less, a little perturbed look on his face.
Well, he had been saving, so
It's true.
that's all that I want to do.
Spectro, you're up.
Yeah, Alma's all the way down at this end of the hall because this is where her and Tarathiel were maybe looking at this other door. Spectro's at this end of the hall because he got his ass cooked when he went in there and tried to throw hands with this guy. He would be very near dead if it weren't for Alma. I don't know that he's in a real quick hurry to get back into a room where he can do literally nothing, because he can't. We're all not safe from the spell that Alma's cast. It's full of light, and I'd have to pretty well double move even with my speed to get in there, I think. Yeah. So I don't know what he's going to do. He's like back here licking his wounds and feeling a little guilty. I'm pretty sure he aggroed all this stuff. All the signs were there. I mean, the dude booby trapped the door basically. But Spectro doesn't make for a great first line of offense or defense. Yeah, not if he
He's a
can't
good
pull
sidekick,
any.
a good tier 2 character.
Yeah, I mean, if he can't do any of his like guerrilla tactic-y stuff, he's in significant danger. He's a very squishy guy. Are we still all in telechat? I assume.
Should be.
I think Spectro honestly is a little scared of this guy right now after his initial encounter with this dude. So I can't be frightened mechanically, or at least I have an advantage against it. But I do feel like that's kind of what he's feeling at this moment. So I almost think like he's going to take a turn to think about if he's going to do something else, if that makes sense. Like he's just like, what do I do? What can I do? Do I want to do? So he's almost like stuck in that train of thought. So I don't know that he's going to do anything this turn.
Okay.
As entertaining as that makes it.
Well, it's a wise decision, I mean, you smacked him and you hit him twice and took 60 points of damage. That's a hard thing to continue doing on a round basis.
Yeah.
All right, if you're done, I will go ahead and move on to it's his turn. And at this point, he pulls out a potion and drinks it, and then the sizzling heals a little bit, quite a bit, actually. He's only taking damage on your turn. Is that right? It's only once per turn, right? So he doesn't have to do it now. I already rolled concentration for the wall, which was successful. Hang on, I'm trying to do something.
Don't do that. I don't like it.
There we go. All right. Yeah, quite a bit of that healed back up.
No, Jamie said no.
And so he drinks the potion and he steps forward a little bit to the edge of this thing on the ground. What do you want? Why are you still here? You can't get in. I'm not going to let you in. This can't last forever.
Shoot. Who are we looking for? What are we looking for? I can't remember.
You're
I think he
looking.
tried to point us to his boss earlier.
It's actually a pretty good question.
Yeah.
He
Who
was
do you
like
work
denying. Yeah, he was basically just. I think last bits of conversation that we had with this guy, where he was just like, "I'm just doing what I'm told." Like he played that like I'm just the soldier. The guy that you're really looking for is down the hall.
More like a contractor. Like,
yeah.
These people needed something done. Yeah. So you're here. You were looking for basically where's the ritual going to be held. That's kind of the next step in the process of stopping it is figuring out where it's going to happen. So that's kind of why this is what's led you down to Kuran Corral.
And didn't he even say that his employer, to use the term, is back down this hallway and in the direction of Alma, like kind of down and to the left from where we are?
Yeah,
From
go
his
go talk to him.
What can you tell us about this guy? Spectro shouts down this 60-foot hallway. Without
Who's
making
talking? I don't
himself
see anybody.
visible at all. Yeah, you're not gonna, pal. Not again. Fool me once. Or lightning bolt me once or twice. I don't remember how many times you did it.
So yeah, yeah. I guess. Are you going to come after us if we leave?
Nope.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yep.
12.
You don't think he's gonna come after you?
How about 21?
I believe him.
You totally think he's gonna come after you.
Yeah, maybe we can't fight him now, but we're going to have to eventually.
Well, do we keep him where we can see him now, or do we dare turn our backs on this guy?
Well, if we want to shut this door, I can cast clairvoyance on it, and I can keep an eye on him.
He's a magic person like you are too. Will he know that? Can he undo it?
If we're standing here talking about it, I'm sure.
This is all telechat.
Y'all are doing
We're not-
telechat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we're
says
not
it's in-
total dummies, Jamie.
I mean, I'm sure that he could probably cast
Partial
something to
dummies.
detect it, but it is invisible.
It is. There's a sensor that's invisible.
Yeah, if they cast like see invisibility, or if they have true sight, they could see like an orb.
We also have the rock.
What?
Stone of alarm.
Yeah. Just set it on the
Just
other side
balance
of
it
the door.
precariously against the door. Yeah.
Let's put a bucket up there, and we'll really make a fool out of him.
Put a piece of cellophane with some syrup on it or something.
Listen, I don't have to do that. I'm just saying I could do that. But if he says he's coming after us, I don't think we're going to see anything other than that. So
We're not here for you. We're here for the cage rights and to stop their ritual. And give us something we can use. We can call this a draw.
Well, I mean, I don't know specifics, but I know basically where the ritual's gonna happen.
What's his name?
What's whose name?
The person who's paying you.
Somebody's paying me now. The job's done. I already got all the people for the sacrifice. Got the kid, got the old man, the dwarf, your daughter.
Where's it going to be?
Like I said, I don't know specifically. I think you'd have to probably talk to Braxton back in Cauldron. It's going to be in Cauldron. Of course, it's going to be in Cauldron. The portal. That's a conjunction of four elementals: air, earth, fire, and water. It's the perfect place. I don't know where, but I know you know who Braxton is. You may not have an easy time finding him, but
What were you trying to send us down the hall for?
I wasn't. I said I was working for somebody. You asked me where he was.
All right, fine. We're wasting time here.
Okay.
Mm.
That was his turn. Fairzon? That's kind of a long turn, but
In telechats, he asks, "Are we leaving? We're performing a retrograde advance."
I am.
All right, then Fairzon will. Oops, not click on OBS.
turn everything off.
Tweety Bird.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
Farazan says, "I will follow you, Tarathiel." So he's going to he will ready an action to follow Tarathiel. Is that can I do that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Yep. So you gonna turn the lights out or what? And
I didn't know it was
Tarathiel's
my
turn.
turn.
It's not. It's Tarathiel's turn now.
In that case, I will retreat up the corridor.
Okay. Alma.
I've got so much movement, it's not funny. Bye.
1 second.
See ya.
That's as far as
I'm
I
gonna
can-
leave this.
Sorry.
Can I leave the spell up and still move to follow them?
You sure can.
I'll do that.
All right. So are you moving anywhere? Or are you just gonna hang tight?
I'm gonna follow that way. That's where y'all are going, right?
Yeah, I think we had to come
I'm-
down to get to this level, so we have to get back up.
I couldn't remember where the uphole was, if it's there or if it's over here. But yes, heading back up is the plan.
I'll do that, and then I'll continue my spell.
It's funny. I don't even think Wall of Force requires some concentration.
I'm sure it does.
Well, I don't see it.
It's got the little C next to it.
Is that what that is? The diamond?
I think so.
Okay, I'm using a different. Okay, then good. I've been playing it right. Yay! All right,
Grand
so
succeed.
failed successfully. You're heading south. So to the south, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see what I'm looking at. Over here,
Mm.
I forgot how everything works. Where's my ping? Oh, there it is. There is a closed door to the south.
That's where he said his employer or boss or whatever it was.
Are we out of combat?
How much longer does Dawn have? This
Well,
is round 6. I think you've got like 6 more rounds of it, right?
Till midday, I think. So-
yeah, it's up to a minute.
Okay, so you still got 6 more rounds of it. If you're going to leave it up, let's do the damage real quick because it's going to take up a lot of his resources.
Okay, I mean I rolled it.
Oh, okay. Natural 20, so half of that.
7.
Keep going. Let's do all 6 rounds because we're gonna drop out of combat, but I need to know how much damage he's taking.
He's
I'll
just
just
gonna
drop it
stand there
then.
for
If we're
6
all
rounds.
just leaving, I guess then I'll just drop it.
Okay. All right. Y'all head to the south.
I thought we were heading north.
I think we're heading to the uphole.
You're leaving. You're
Well-
leaving the. Go ahead.
So I think, yeah, from Tarathiel's perspective, kind of got what he needs. But if
Yeah.
others want to continue to explore and pull things out, I can be talked back into staying.
Well, it's like if does Braxton ring bells for y'all? Is that like a name from like earlier in the AP before I hopped on?
No, it's a name from Tarathiel's backstory.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to have that conversation in character?
I mean, yeah, I can ask that in telechat, not the AP part. But like, do you guys know who this Braxton is? I mean, I know that Cauldron is the place where we came from. But if that's enough direction, we have a where and a name, and that's more leads. I mean, that's leads. I don't know what we would be going south for. That, like off the top of my head, that would be filling in more blanks than that, I guess. Besides, if this other guy's like, yeah, I know exactly. You got a map? I'll put a pin in where Braxton is.
Braxton is the man that killed my wife. He tried to kidnap my daughter. And last I heard, he was in charge of the last laugh. Or at least very high up.
I'm at the Spetro's he's for the plan of going heading straight back to Cauldron. If we feel like we've got enough information, that's plenty. We got a place and a name. That's more information than we've had previously to move forward with.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess what does staying here get us? More information about. Oh, I mean, he said Braxton's in Cauldron, right?
It's entirely possible that he's full of crap.
Yeah,
He's sending us on a wild goose chase.
he did. He did seem like he was egging you on in particular with the line about your daughter, and so maybe he is trying to throw you off by laying trail of breadcrumbs in a direction that leads you in all the wrong direction or into all the wrong places.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing
expect that
Tarathiel's buttons, and I'm playing Tarathiel that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you have even the sneaking suspicion that that's the case, we can try going south. I mean, I think that if we stay here too much longer, we're going to end up fighting this guy and whatever is to the south.
That was my worry.
Yeah, let's not enter the Hall of Lasers while that guy is right behind us. After we just burnt him like Kramer covered in butter on the roof.
All right.
That reminds me of that Seinfeld episode when Kramer had a tenant bed in his house and he was putting butter on himself to help marinate, and the
That's what he
postman,
just
whatever his name,
referenced.
the postman comes
that's
up and he's just like licking his like,
That's literally what he said.
oh,
The reference
I'm
I
sorry.
just made. Sorry, the reference has got to stop and spin the other way once it hits the equator, so it can take some time to come through.
I'm very slow. So Seinfeld,
All right, so let's go scurry up the Festivus pole then.
Let's do it.
So, tell me what the plan is.
Going back the way we came.
Heading upstairs.
Yep.
Okay. Head
Back out to the ice cave, and did we get on a boat at some point to come down here?
No,
I don't
On
think
foot.
so.
we went
You
underwater.
but you did have to use follow the path. You had to use a spell to find this place. You didn't really have directions. You chose to use that. Do you have the ability to do that again, Alma?
Sure I do.
Well, I mean, I guess the question is it prepared?
That's a good question.
Thank you. Swapped it back up to the top floor.
Yep.
Oh, we have a commercial. Jeez, so intrusive. This is the worst.
Even for you?
Yeah. No, Twitch just figured out a way to get around my commercial blockers.
Oh, well, I figured since you're signed
Oh,
in as the
I'm not
owner of
logged
the
in.
channel.
No, I'm not logged in.
Ah.
I have to do a token every 30 days, and I just forgot to do it tonight, and it takes a minute, and I don't want to do it.
Oh, yep, gotcha.
It takes time.
I do have Find the Path prepared, but do I really need to use it? I mean, we're just retracing our steps, are we not?
Well, you weren't really following. You do not have to use it. No. Would it be quicker for you to use it to get back? Because if you don't use it, you were basically just following GPS. So imagine going to Florida, or really contemplate, or whatever, Middle America using GPS and then trying to get back without it. That kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
It just
I'll
take
use
longer.
it.
You don't have to. It would just take longer. You'd eventually survival it back.
Have we seen that rock before?
Well, it's just I don't
Bonus
know
equals.
really what we're gonna find there, and it's my only. That's a 6th-level spell for me.
Yeah, that's a big decision.
What do you guys think?
I think we've got a ranger with us. I think we could make it
Yeah,
back.
that was my thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I have.
The subterranean's one of your preferred. isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I can get us. Well, it's Underdark.
Hey, same.
So,
yes. Yep. you're
Yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
Underdark.
I can get us out of this cave, but
So
once
you
we
are
get-
in the Underdark. You are in your preferred environment.
yeah, I've got. I mean, I have my proficiency bonus is doubled if I make wisdom or intelligence, which is survival falls up underneath that anyway.
Yeah. Should be able to get back.
At the very least, we can't become lost except by magical means.
So if we're gonna do without the spells, because it took a good, I mean, with a direct path, it still took, I think, half a day. I can't remember exactly how long I said it.
Yep.
No, it was quite a hike. So, in that case, Spectro, let's do some survival checks.
All right, with advantage.
Or is it advantage or is it bonus to your points?
It's pretty sure I said it. It said advantage. Yeah, let me get back to it. Okay, there we go.
How is this?
Proficiency bonus is doubled. So let me just take even if you take the lowest one, it would be, what was this roll? 5 plus 7 plus 7. So the lowest one would be a 19.
Okay. All right. So is that the lowest you can roll? Is it 19?
No, I think. Hold on. I think I even did that. Yeah, the bonus, right?
You double the bonus. You double your proficiency bonus. So right now you have +5. So you get, instead of +5, you have +10 plus your probably wisdom.
Okay.
For
So 10, 10, and or 10. Let's see, 10. The lowest I could roll would be like a 12. No. Plus my wisdom bonus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lowest I could roll would be a 12.
wisdom 0. Okay. All right. So we are going to roll. And it's not a matter of getting lost. It's a matter of how much time it takes you to get back to Cauldron. Right? So first roll, good. Give me, we'll do it every 6 hours. And it's probably going to, okay. So you're on pace.
Can I
Give
help?
me another roll. You can guidance.
Like with
yeah,
guidance?
Sure. Kind of weird.
I do that.
So you get a +4. 13 minimum. Go ahead and roll again. Give me a second roll. Good.
Yeah, I mean that's without adding the bonus in again. 22.
Give me one more roll.
So 13 plus the 4 plus 5 more.
It's it's D4.
Yeah,
but
guidance
18
is
18.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. 18's
Oh,
good.
D4.
Yeah, but it's fine. Even the 1 would be fine. So you using, because you're basically from the area and you're a ranger and all that good stuff, you are able to get yourselves back to the Malachite Fortress, up through Jadaroon, back into Cauldron, and just a little bit longer than it took for Alma to use Find the Path. It's like, the area. She had the map. That's a little bit of the difference. So less than 24 hours. Right at 24 hours, you get back to town. What are you doing?
I am now out of my element. I do not know much about Cauldron.
Can we go back?
I know. I remember where I pants to half orc, but that's about all I got.
Trathio had a team of people looking into the last laugh. Can we check in with them? They're probably hanging out in the murder basement or potentially at Drunken Morgoth?
Yep, you had what the three your three henchmen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of their names.
Larry, Kelly, and Mo.
Petra
Yes.
something.
One was like a vase or a jar. A jar.
Jar.
It was a jar.
Like a vase or a jar. Yeah, good.
It's a mnemonic glass.
Yeah. Let's what's the role? Used to be like gather information. Is that still a thing? I don't even know the rules anymore. Have them
Investigation?
That's a good one. Do investigation with charisma. So Tarathio, since you've set them out, why don't you give me 3d20s and I'll see if that's success.
Just one 3d20.
Yeah, one for each of them for their overall investigation rolls.
Nope.
Oh.
2, 2, and 8. That's a shame. I've got a plus 12 investigation.
They were too busy eating tacos.
I'm real good at it.
That's the
Why
worst
did I
engine
hire these
ever.
bozos?
Well, I mean, the dice kind of tell the story. It's hard. You know how difficult it is to track and find out about these guys. So even working together, they honestly somebody would have had an advantage. So give me one more roll, just to see. Okay. Well, again, the dice are telling the story, right? So you get back. You go back to your murder basement. They're there, and they just we've tried. We'd follow them. We'd spread out. We'd try to find patterns. But they would switch up on us every other day. They'd have a new pattern. They wouldn't follow the same path twice. They wouldn't do the same things twice. They completely ditched us whenever. And I think they made a game out of it. To be honest, they knew we were following them, and they just wanted to have fun with us. So I'm sorry. We weren't able to find out much more except for they're still around. We weren't sure if they were still in power, but they've just been really quiet. Really, really quiet. There's not been any major thefts, any kind of extortions that they normally have been doing over the past years that I've known about them. They've just been under the radar, whatever D&D radar is.
Keeping low to the ground.
Beneath the
Above the
notice of the
ground.
gods.
Under the fog, into the mist,
Under the dark.
under the dark. Let's go back. This map we haven't seen in a while. Feel like.
The gasp.
Tis Cauldron.
Let's see. Where was that we went downstairs? Was that 16?
Are you talking about Jadrun?
Yeah. Gelf's Locks. Is that 16?
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
Gelf's Locks.
nice.
That's Garthur. No, 16 is Garthur's important. Where's Gelf's?
17.
Haven't been there in a while. That's Sky.
It's 30. It's right here.
30. It's right there.
I knew that.
So that's where he came out. But you popped out and you went to your house, which is
Of a
Yep.
schma.
the murder basement. So that's where you are right now, right? That's where we'll pick up right now. You've made it out of the Underdark. You've come back through town successfully. Nobody bothers you. Even nothing much has changed. You haven't been gone that long, maybe 2-3 days. Half orcs everywhere. The oppressive feelings everywhere. But still, even the ones that are there, they know you, and they just let you through the gate. They just kind of nod. Been reported back by your 3 Ajar, Thistle, and the cool one. He was the leader. I can't remember his name. Guess he wasn't that cool. Anyway, so you were in your murder basement. To live in information. And it's been about 24 hours since you had your encounter with the fellow that is now highly sunburnt.
Toasty.
Alma, do you have any way to divine Braxton's location.
Totally. I can definitely do that. Got
What?
any other questions?
Not at this time.
How's Baori?
She's been treating me right.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I can commune. I can do it as a ritual. So if we have time, I think we do. But I like to have the 3 questions. Just I hate to have one.
Or I forget. They're not yes or no. They're actual.
It's been
Ish.
kind of yes or no ish.
Yeah.
Is Braxton in Cauldron?
Yeah.
I guess that had. Thanks, Barry. This is-
Where is Braxton?
Do we have a map?
Why is Braxton?
Do we have a map of Cauldron anywhere?
Yes,
We're looking at
it's
it
on the
in Roll
stream.
20.
Do we like the characters?
Surely.
I mean, you could. Yeah. Yes. Well, sure. You can acquire one with no problem.
We gave you one with your welcome packet when you joined the group.
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
Check your swag bag.
I was really only interested in the flagon. So
I understand.
Jacuzzi.
It's got 4 concentric streets. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
no, but I'm just wondering if would it be possible to ask Baori, could you cause a light to shine on the spot on this map where Braxton is, like
Yeah,
some sort of interaction with the map.
that's a good idea.
Lord, give us a
I
sign.
could use my Zen garden in tandem with my map
That's right. I forget he was in the garden.
and my pocket Zen garden.
Pocket Zen.
Pocket Zen edition.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, that's one thing I can do.
How long will that take?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Unless you want me to
Like
just
this.
cast it, I can do that too.
But it'll be just the next morning, right?
It is
What?
the next
Well,
morning. It's been 24 hours.
essentially, yeah. You're right.
Says I'm sleepy.
Yes. Yes, he is.
I just figured if it was going to take an hour, then Tarathiel would probably wander into the city and go and hang out by the lakeside pavilion and see if he can spot anyone.
Start stabbing people at random.
He's kind of I mean, at this point, he'd be pacing like a animal that needs to poop. So it's climbing the walls a bit.
Graphic but accurate description.
You got dogs. You know how this goes.
I know. I know exactly what you were trying to. What the picture you were painting.
Something's coming out of me, and I'm afraid.
You're gonna head down. Are you? I'm not even assuming. You're probably going alone, right?
All right,
Okay.
I'll do that. I don't know. It's going to take 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
Tell me if you hear anything.
Okay.
Give my regards to God.
So what are your questions for Baori today? So she doesn't work like that. She's not gonna like put a spotlight down like on Braxton's house, right?
Yeah.
She's more like, a little bit more cryptic. It's worth a shot. You may make a goddess chuckle. Which is
Dang.
sometimes,
I'll
maybe
have to think about how I
motivating.
want to phrase my question.
Okay.
Can we have 2 digits of his postcode, please?
What's his bank account number?
It's a 17
Is he
digit number.
north or south of the midpoint? Is he east
could
or west of the
Baori-
midpoint?
Could Baori speak to Spectro and play the hot and cold game as he flies around Cauldron?
Warmer.
If Cauldron were a
Colder.
clock, where would he be?
What time would we find him?
Yes.
When does his license expire and where's his nearest DMV?
Now the hour hand idea is not bad because we have cardinal directions on this map somewhere, don't we? Do we? Yeah, we got west down at the bottom.
Sweet.
So that would put north at where 1 is up here, or north 12, and also north.
So it is the map is cardinally correct. It's like a
The
clock
best kind
face.
of correct.
Cardinally. Make sure I said the right
This is
word.
where I could
Yeah,
potentially get
cardinal.
away with. Not for me in the southern hemisphere. We put maps the other way.
And the toilet.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that might could work, if Cauldron, if the city of Cauldron was treated like the face of a clock, where north was 12 o'clock. What near what number might Braxton be found? That might work a little bit better than. I wasn't thinking about her shining a beam of light down on the city, but onto the map.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking.
why I asked about the map. Otherwise, we could just stand outside and be like, all right, place the beam.
Okay, I like that. Can I frame that question? Kind of what he's saying.
Do me a favor and frame it again because I was looking at something and not paying a whole lot of attention.
Basically, with the context of like, if you're looking at Cauldron like it's a face of a clock, what number could we find Braxton?
Yeah, we're north
Sorry,
equals 12.
Hang on, I've got to hold on one second.
If Cauldron was a bowl of alphabetic spaghetti, which letter would he be near?
So I
Yeah, I
I
had
had
this-
a thought. Oh, go ahead, Rachel.
No, go ahead.
I was just thinking. He said it was a nexus of the 4 elements. He said
Mhm.
water, air, earth, and fire. So
Mhm.
it's a water would be in the lake, right?
hmm
And that would also be where
The magma would
Yeah,
be
the-
underneath it, right?
I
That's what I was
suspect it would
thinking.
be close to the middle of the
Oh,
lowest part. So
Do we know? Are there any like antechambers or spaces that are accessible that lead down beneath that the lake itself? I know you guys have talked about Jadaroon, but I don't know where that. You said 30, but I mean, I get that that's here, but
now that we've so this is going to be I sorry, Mike. Do we know how deep the murder dungeon is? Our home. I can't believe I said that out loud. Our hole in the ground. Where is it located as far as within Cauldron?
Like under what part?
Yeah.
The very edge, because it goes down for maybe 1/8 of a mile through that tunnel before. It's an old lava tube.
Yeah.
You know what? We might have a map we can take a look at. Well, Once Upon a Time did. Do I still have it?
Sorry, Mike. What were you going to say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
The silence made me nervous that I had started to say something and forgot because he did not specify which mic.
I had muted and I unplugged my stream deck and I haven't plugged it back in, so I can't quickly mute and unmute.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
You should be able to do it, the interface on the little VOD Ninja thing or video, whatever.
I can't. I'm just not normally staring at that, so then I have to find my mouse and then.
What a hassle.
That's so hard. I don't think you understand what life is like for the fundamentally lazy.
Gotta
I
turn
do.
Could
my
be worse.
head.
You could not have a
It's a
working
government
keyboard.
recognized disability.
So here is the murder basement. We haven't seen this map in I don't know how long. Is it showing up?
Since we
Yeah.
killed the lich.
Aw.
Yep. The baby lich. So this is water, this green algae covered funkiness. And down here is where the weird psychic spider has made its home. Remember, it skedaddled down here, and
Right.
this
Yep.
area is covered
Not touching that.
in webs now. And the people that are basically living in your murder basement, or at least make that their home, they said that it's not done anything. It's not come out. It's not messed with anybody. It's just kind of gone back there and doing its own thing. So as far as where it is in Cauldron, under Cauldron, it would be under the northeastern part of the city, which is what are some of the major places? Cusp of Sunrise, the really ritzy place. Church of St. Cuthbert. You're pretty much directly below Genya. So the northeastern section of Cauldron, I would say where I took you off that map, didn't I? Anyway, that was a nice little flash of the murder basement.
Yeah.
If I had to say, I would say it's probably somewhere in here.
Okay. So it's not deep
Right,
enough to
I mean-
be underneath the lake.
Oh no.
Okay.
But you have water. You can go swimming. See how far that goes.
Is there
You're
anything that's
powerful
like
adventurers.
air? Like, what would the air part be? Like, assuming that the Earth is the geographic, or geological, I guess, formation, and then we have the water, and then the magma below. Did air? Does that bring anything up to y'all's minds about Cauldron? Something that's specifically airy or windy, or
The
is
sky.
it just the elevation?
Yeah, the sky.
Just that it's very open to the air.
I guess so.
It's one of the highest peaks in the area. I mean, you can see Cauldron from hundreds of miles away.
Okay.
So, Alma, what were your questions?
So the first one was kind of what Mike was saying. Like if you looked at this map of Cauldron and it was like a clock's face. If we were looking for Braxton, what number on the clock face could we look toward?
What are the odds that it's going to be like here, and he's not going to be able to answer that question because it's beneath the lake?
It's more of a. He doesn't just stand in one place. He moves around. Asking where Braxton is, he doesn't just stay in one place.
What about right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about right now?
What time is it? Morning? He is.
If he's having a breakfast burrito, I'm going to be so upset.
He's having a breakfast burrito, but he is having it. Let me find it. Right here.
Oh, that's the Church of
Lord Mayor's residence.
That's the Lord Mayor's residence.
Ooh. Crap.
Ooh.
The Lord Mayor, who has been missing for how long? A long time now.
Yeah.
That's
I have
two.
two. What?
That was two questions.
And that was
Aw,
what was
that was
three.
two
Well,
questions?
and we're out.
Yes, the first question was on the clock. Where would he be? And you're like,
Yeah. Where would he be
Yeah.
right now? Why, that was
you
a
didn't
bad
say
answer.
right now. You just said where would he be, and she's like, well, he moves
And,
a lot.
and God answered me that humans move around. I know that I could walk to another place.
Okay, you get two more.
No, it's all right.
No, that's
No,
that's a
no.
good argument. That's a good argument.
She also asked what? An indignation to Lord.
Yeah.
That's the only
okay.
question. What? 42.
All right. I will.
¿Por qué?
I will thank her for her generosity and ask if Megan is on this plane of existence.
Yes.
And my third question is: are there chambers or tunnels under Crater Lake?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
Many
good
blessings.
question.
I cut off a lock of my hair and mix it up in my sand garden, and shut it, and go back and report my.
Sand goes everywhere. You pour it
Stand
back
up,
into a bag.
kick some sand over the hair.
No, I would never. I'm very respectful and grateful. Yeah, I'll come back and
All
tell
right.
what I know.
So the ritual takes time. I mean, not long, 10, 15 minutes. But Tarathiel decided to take this time to go out and to the pavilion. Oh, you got yourself on the map. So do you remember the Striders of Langerhand, the two that spoke that were kind of like psychically linked when they would talk? One would start, the other would finish.
Mhm.
Mirthan and I almost said Cornholio. That's his name. Now that's stuck in my head, and I had to look it up. Shoot, I hate when I do that. Fario and Felion. So Fario is at the pavilion when you get there. It looks as though he's almost waiting on you. Maybe not you, specifically Tarathiel by yourself, but it looks as though he's waiting for you guys. Like he knew you were back in town.
Fario?
They've kidnapped Felion. The last laugh is kidnapped Felion. I have a feeling they know that we have, we as in Fario and I have a psychic bond. And I'm certain they know that we're with the Striders. I don't know what they're going to do to him, but I can't imagine it's going to be good. I need your help. I have to get him back.
You have it. We're looking for them as well. They're planning some ritual to open a rent in the universe. Bring something
Wow.
awful through.
We knew they were involved in something, but we didn't know specifically what. They've somehow broken our connection, so I can't talk to him.
They're planning to sacrifice a bunch of people. It's
You-
possible that your counterpart is amongst them.
Well, we talked about the people with the mark, and
The Shackleborn.
the Shackleborn. He doesn't have the mark. We've checked everyone now. So I don't know that they would use him for the ritual, but they have taken him, and I can't think of why. I can't think. There's a lot going on right now, and I just can't think of why they would do that. Why him? What are they going to gain from it? Since this happened 2 or 3 days to happen, it's happened 3. It happened yesterday. We've been looking for their safe houses. We know they keep them throughout the city, but we can't seem to keep them tracked down. They do change them quite often.
Yeah. I had a team looking into it, but they haven't had a lot of luck either.
They're very tricky. They're very good at what they do.
Unfortunately. Any ideas for where to go next? I have witnessed them performing different sort of handoffs and transactions in this pavilion, which is why I'm here. I'm guessing you had the same idea.
Yeah, they seem to like this area quite a bit. I don't know if it's for their benefit or ours, but I feel like it's them keeping us here rather than looking elsewhere. You know, if they know that we know that they know we know that they're here, we're not going to look anywhere else. I don't know.
It's a honeypot.
They always seem to know what I'm doing. They always seem to be one step ahead. Do you have any Do you have any information that may help us either?
Pretty sure one of their leaders is a man named Braxton. I don't know
Nods.
where he is, but he's somewhere in Cauldron.
Well, that's a name I've not heard before, so that's something. He pulls out a little sheet, little parchment, and just scribbles his name down, puts it back. It's unusual. I'm not used to having to write things down. I can just tell people, and I don't know. They've broken our bond. I feel a little lost. It's a little quiet. I suppose finding Braxton would be the first. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not myself.
I'm just wondering how this all works. So for Psychic Whispers, I can include up to 5 total people, and currently I've got 4. Can I include
Well, that one's
him?
probably worn off, unless you've just done it again since leaving. You've got a fresh.
I would have, especially if I knew that Alma was going to
Okay.
talk to Bahori, and then. But what I'm wondering is can I include somebody by using a second use of it, or will that drop everyone else out of it? Like, I want to bring him in, but I don't want to lose my connection with everyone else before we do that.
Would he be exceeding your maximum?
No.
Is that what the thing is?
He would bring me to maximum. I think it's me and 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Up to 5 creatures I can see.
I would just have to say you'd have to all be in the same area for you to bring him in. Right? You'd have to see them all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just.
So right now you're connected with them, and you can talk to them, but he is not part of that connection.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the best thing for the story is that Tarathiel suddenly goes dark, but it's because he's made this connection with Faria to comfort a friend.
Well,
Mhm.
It'd be dark. Yeah. Because the it's such a. I keep forgetting it's not like this network of communication. They all talk through you.
They all talk through me. Yep.
Yeah, you have to forward the information around. So, yeah, you definitely have to have everybody in sight at the time of using the ability.
All right. In that case, yeah, I will send a quick thought through the network, just saying like, heading back soon, and then sort of disappears out of the connection, and then forms that connection with Faria. It's a poor substitute, but perhaps this will help.
It does help. It helps quite a bit. Thank you. I don't know where to go from here. With that new name, that's my new direction. Finding out who this person is, where they are, how we can use them or get them to tell us what we need to know.
Have you got resources to do that now? Because I've got friends with very powerful friends that are looking into it for me.
No, it was It was just Felian and I. We were bonded with Mirthan for a while, but he broke the connection. He had to leave the area, leaving it in our hands. So it was just the two of us, me and Mirthan, or me and Felian. So no, our resources. We have some money. We have access to a couple of items, but we don't have people.
All right. Well, we've got people working on it, but they're outside of town. If you want to come with me, we can regroup, strategize. We'll go from there.
Gladly. He hops up.
And we'll start to make our way back to the motor basement.
Okay. So you finish ritual, you get some answers, and 20, 30 minutes later, Tarathiel returns with, most of you recognize, Spectro may not have met him. Fario is one of the Striders of Langerhand. He's kind of like the Harpers in Forgotten Realms. That shtick, if you even know who that is.
Yep.
Looking for and finding evil. So their thing is looking at evil on the horizon and trying to defeat it before it becomes set in. That's kind of the gist of Striders of Langerhand. Yep. And they're back.
I'll tell Tarathiel everything that I learned.
In the Lord Mayor's house, isn't he missing?
As far as we know, he still is.
Maybe we should pay them a visit.
I think that's going to be spot number 1.
Do we go in loud or do we do some recon?
I cannot go in quietly.
Not with that attitude, buddy.
You try wearing 15 tin cans strapped to you.
Now, does Braxton know who we are?
Oh, I'm sure. He knows
Surely,
who
right?
Tarathiel is.
You're famous.
Oh.
You
Okay.
guys are known all over the continent at this point. You're well
You
known.
killed a guy that one time.
Yeah.
How did you?
Yeah. You're a dangerous woman, and they all know. But
yeah.
you're like level 14. Yeah, you're superheroes. You are like, you're Superman, and you're the League of Justice. I mean, you are those people at this point. You've got more power than most people have ever heard of.
You heard him say level 14, right?
Yep.
Somebody clip
I
it.
said 16 the other day.
Somebody clip it.
You did, and I think it was after we'd been on hiatus for a little bit, and we were talking in the chat, and you were like, "All right, and you're all level 16, right?" And like, we all started like panicking, going, there's so much leveling up to do."
Yeah.
Level up.
I've never been rewarded in such a gracious manner for not playing D&D.
For not doing anything. Yeah, I think we should probably be sneaky about it then, because they're going to know something's up as soon as we show up. Right?
I'm 95% certain that if Braxton himself isn't there, I can get in and out without anybody noticing.
Okay.
I have so many things going for me at the moment. Like, I get advantage on stealth checks, and people get disadvantage to try and find me. I can turn invisible for an hour.
Okay. We can come and just be backup. We can kind of hide around in case things get crazy.
Yeah, what's number 37 and 34 over here?
I don't know.
House Belantry?
Those
It's
yeah, that's
34.
House Belantru. 37 Tasker Hill. That's one of the major houses in town. It was also Tasker Hill was one of the people in the Stormblades, the other adventuring company that you were kind of competing with early on. The Tasker Hills are just a really influential, old money kind of royalty in the town. Cauldron royalty.
Yeah. The
There's also a
Cauldron.
temple at 25 too.
Oh,
Temple of Cord,
Yeah,
which Fezan has spent time at.
it has.
So-
I'm trying to think of his name.
Arnold.
Ask clear. Hulant. You want to do some You want to make some muscles? Yeah, I'll give him the Arnold accent.
That's funny.
Matt, did you ever play? Was it the Zine games? XEEN, World of Zine and Clouds of Zine.
Uh-uh.
There was a. I'm pretty sure it was either that game or it was one of the Heroes of Might and Magic games with they had that guy that you would go visit and would train up one of your stats. And he only really had the sort of one emote. So every time you'd walk up to him, come to train, good job. Come to train, good job. Come to train, good job. And because it was the type of game where, like, you know, training would be like a die roll, and maybe your stat would go up or it wouldn't. And so you get to a point in the game where you just sit there spamming the train button over and over again because you got enough money to keep paying the trainer until one of your stats actually goes up. I heard that.
Want it. Train, good job.
Yeah. Good job.
That's good.
The Lord Mayor's Mansion, the 26, right? Is that a wall, like a walled
Yes.
compound with a house
is
on the interior?
It is.
Okay.
It's like its own
Spectre.
little courtyard and castle walled in, highly secure, and still guarded at this point. You know, it's heavily patrolled and guarded by the town guard. And
Is it like
Some elite
parapets
guard.
with towers and arrow slits kind of wall, or just a blockade with a gate kind of wall?
it's full on, like 4 parapets, people up on there with archers, like protecting. Yeah, it's not that huge. It's not like a giant. It's probably all told the size of a football field, soccer field maybe. You know, with the courtyard and the house inside, and there's a gate into it. But I mean, you could just fly right over it. That wouldn't be a problem. But there are people that patrol it, and you know, people are on the wall protecting the wall.
Wouldn't be a problem, says the guy who would be controlling a dozen archers as I tried to fly in there.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm sure it's fine. I mean,
Oh, did we? I assume we did long rest or
Mhm, mhm.
rested at some point.
I'm nodding, yes.
all right, clicking the button. The
Yeah, you did that. Yes.
yeah,
You were
Farazan
very
just his plan would be to go to the Temple of Cord and hang out until until he hears someone scream.
Well,
Are we
good
going to be
energy there.
psychically linked?
I'm sure we will be.
Okay.
I don't think he mentioned it, but I think his plan was to bring Fario back and then cycle link all of you guys together.
Okay. I think that I'm like decently sneaky, but I want to stay with Farazan because I roll terribly. So, yeah. I'm just not that skilled at dice rolling.
It's not your skill set.
It's not. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if Tarathiel is trying to sneak in, Spectra is just going to kind of fade into the shadows of this little copse of trees.
Yeah.
And then can make a quick ingress over the wall in the event that something pops up. I can get in more quickly than.
Yeah. You're faster and sneakier, so I think that would be best.
Well, if I'm
You can
flying
kinda-
in, I'm probably not going to be very sneaky about it. This
Well,
will be a
that's
highly
true.
visible approach, but it's an approach I'll make if I need to make it that way.
Okay.
Spectre coming.
Flight of the Valkyries plays as I come over the wall.
You
Where
heard
did he
Eagle
get a
screech.
kazoo?
He's not playing it with his mouth.
That's funny.
I was going to ask if you were going to come in with me, but it sounds like no.
I can certainly try. I'm not going to be able to be invisible, and most of my stealth is very darkness dependent. I mean, I have a +9 to a stealth check, but no advantage, nothing like that.
We can.
So I
we
think
can wait till
you
darkness
increase.
falls.
Yeah, we could if we wanted to try at night. Then I can bamf all over the place. But if we're talking around breakfast time right now. and we know where this guy is. Do we even know what he looks like? Can we do like a stakeout and see if we see him leave and go somewhere else, or what?
Hang on, that's the wrong button. I'm
Well,
pushing the wrong
Trathiel
things.
definitely knows what he looks like. You're talking about Braxton, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely know what he looks like.
We got 8 hours of psychic link.
And you brought in
Fario
Mario.
as well.
So if we
All right, so go ahead.
if we want to wait till dark, and we're not watching for him to leave, then we might raid this keep for no reason.
He might not be there by the time we get there as well. Like,
Yeah,
we
God
got
told
a
me
we
he
got a
moved
point in
around
time.
a lot, so
Yeah.
Oh,
he
that
is
we're-
able to
we're
move
going
from
in.
place to
Place.
place. So
Yeah.
I gave you your question back.
So
Tarathiel.
if we want to go in, my thinking mechanically, Mike, is you would if we're doing it in the middle of the day in particular, your chances of success are greater without Spectro. But I can get in quickly if you get into any kind of trouble.
Okay.
Tarathiel, if you will describe Braxton to Spetro, he can fly there and be there quicker than any of us. And I assume you can dip down low to the lake and be there somewhat undetected. And you can watch for Braxton if he leaves.
Yeah, I can post up kind of across the street in the shadows somewhere.
Yeah, Overwatch. And then
Yeah.
then when Tarathiel gets there, he can do his sneaky stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And Farazan and Alma will kind of shamble around to get there. As we can.
Sounds like an AT-AT walking down the street. I want to grab this Lajar, and Sakura was the other one.
Skuro, that's it.
Excellent.
All right, you get your Hitchman
Where-
back. The whole gang's back.
We're going to try and actively look for the last laugh.
Gonna teach them a
Alma
few
did-
things of-
Alma did learn that there are tunnels under the lake. See what you can find out. See if you can find any entrances.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, I want to reassign them.
Yeah. So you've got them checking out what's basically under the lake. Is that?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I probably just signed all their death warrants, but
Yeah. No. I mean, we'll. These are your henchmen. These are like level 7 characters, right? I mean, they
yeah.
got some skills. They got some. They can take care of themselves pretty well.
At this
Yeah,
stage,
we're on it.
don't go in. Just look for ways in. We might need them.
Can we get some money to spread around if we need to?
Of course.
I haven't been tracking gold in a while.
I know.
I was
Like,
going to say it. I've
more of
I've
a
got
like, hey boss, we're gonna have to grease some wheels. Let me get some money, that kind of thing. So, yeah, money is no longer an object in this game because, jeez.
I was going to say the last time I tracked any money, I was at 10,953 gold pieces.
Yeah, there's just no reason for gold at this point. I don't
So
know.
I give them all.
I feel like characters outgrow gold by the time they're like 3rd or 5th level. I mean, they find everything they need. They,
Yeah.
whatever. Except for wizards, they have to spend every penny they have on
It is.
jotting down notes.
It's one of those weird things where, like, if adventuring worked this way, why isn't everyone doing it? Like, it just breaks the economy.
Yeah.
Everybody makes more money in a week than the average peasant does in several lifetimes.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a
the
little
thing
bit of
is,
survivorship bias.
The
though.
zombies and skeletons you're fighting are the people who aren't truly good adventurers that went out to try to make money that way. Now you get to fight them.
All right, here's 20 gold. Go see a Starbo.
For 20 gold, we can start a Star War.
It's one of my favorite lines from Arrested Development. Here's $20. Go see a Star Wars.
I've never seen that.
Is that referring to?
You haven't seen Arrested Development?
No.
My
Oh,
brother.
we should stop this and go
so
do that.
good. Yeah.
It's,
Cut the
it's one of my
tape.
favorite things in the world. Yeah,
I do
Really?
love
money
it.
in the banana
Oh,
stand,
man.
Michael.
All right,
So good.
I've heard of it.
It's
Never
great.
seen it.
You too?
I've never seen any of them.
I'll add it to my
I will
list.
now. I'll
The Fox
I'll
season's
report.
great. The Netflix seasons are largely hit and miss, and the third
They
season
are
was a
less
little
great.
wonky, but the first two are nearly flawless.
Yeah.
I just watched first two seasons.
You would get,
Sorry.
but certainly better than watching none of it.
Yeah. All right.
It's it's an exercise in recurring jokes. So give it a couple of episodes, because the first episode or two, they're kind of setting things up, but then they just keep hitting the same buttons over and over and over again. And every time they do, like it gets funny, and then it gets not funny, and then it gets really funny.
It's worth it.
Isn't that Jason Bateman? Is that what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Cera's in there.
Yeah, he's just a little
Okay.
baby.
I just saw that Jason Bateman movie, On Board or Carry On.
Carry On. Yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed it.
I did too. It's his first like bad guy role, and he nailed it, man. Like he played a really good bad guy.
Yeah.
I liked both of their performances, but I did not like that movie. I was yelling at the TV.
Yeah. I
I
want to
did
watch
not
it.
find
for the
it.
two-
I did.
two
I will
leads.
never. I will never watch it again. I
Good.
enjoyed the performances, but it was. I didn't make sense to me.
It's going on the rotation at once per century.
Once until I forgot I've seen it. Have I seen this? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I literally, my favorite part was Bateman. Like,
Yeah.
every time he was on it, and it felt very what's that movie where Kiefer Sutherland's talking to Colin Farrell, in the it would be a different movie then. In the phone booth. Is it phone booth? And he's like, Colin Farrell's in the phone booth, and Kiefer
Yeah, yep.
Sutherland's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It
Yep.
felt very, very similar to that.
I'm always impressed with Phone Booth, because it's a movie that actually manages to hold your attention for an hour and a half, even though it is just Colin Farrell in a phone booth for pretty much
Yeah.
the entire film.
It's really, I like that movie, and it's just, you don't ever see him, but that voice, you just know that voice as soon as he talks to the person. You're like, Kiefer Sutherland.
Let's keep it up.
Haven't seen
So-
that either.
Oh, phone booth. That's pretty good.
Phone Booth is good.
All right, so you got the boys out searching, find out more information about what's happening under the lake. They will get started immediately. What else you doing?
I was doing the math. I think even at full speed, it would still take me nearly 20 minutes to get to the other side of Cauldron from the murder basement.
As the Spectrum flies?
Oh, no, hold on. I did my math wrong because it's 150. No, hold on. Let me do
So
the math again.
Cauldrons,
It's
I
like
mean-
it's more than 4,000 feet across.
no,
Isn't that what that little thing is?
It might be
The top-
right at 4,000. It's not quite a mile wide. It's short of a mile wide, but yeah. You trying to figure out the airspeed velocity of an unladen Spectro?
Yeah, I am.
For European.
So I do.
It's only 1.2 kilometers. I could walk that.
Yeah, but you can go around the lake, and that adds distance. It's not a straight line.
He doesn't
Unless
have to
you're
go
flying.
around the lake.
Unless you're
Yeah,
flying.
he's flying.
No, I don't. I'm flying straight over this sucker.
My question is, why do you need to fly from the murder basement? Why can't you just
Yeah.
like walk around and then get a couple blocks away and then fly?
We want to get there before Braxton leaves to make sure we know he's
Oh, he
in
wants to
there.
get there as soon as
Oh.
possible. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I figured
missed
I
that.
would fly to just on the other side of the lake and then land and then approach on foot from there.
I got you. So it has been a good 30 minutes since Biori said this is where he was.
6 seconds.
Just FYI. Not that he has moved on, but
Oh, I can get there in
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah, let's say
Go, Spectrum, go.
flying across the
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I'm
dropped
sure
the
that-
number in my calculations.
Got a digit.
I'm
Not
sure,
the
I'm sure the
20 minutes,
guards
like
won't be concerned about it. And I'm dropping over the wall of Cauldron and just like flying directly across the lake.
A halfling, sir.
Sorry.
But yeah, a couple
Okay.
minutes I can get to the other side of the lake, and I guess what I'll try
How
to
much
do is
can you
get.
fly a day?
Look, I looked at that too. I'll just read it to you.
20
but it's
23
like,
cauldrons.
it's like hours, I think.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
That's fine.
Yeah, it's up to
It's never
4
come up
hours.
before. All right, yeah, that's nothing.
If you were to lay out 12 cauldrons and a clock.
So a couple minutes I can get to the other side of the lake. Another, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, and I can be posted up in this little area, finding some shadows to kind of blend into and watching the front gate, because I assume, that's unless there are subterranean exits that we don't know about, he's just going to watch the one gate.
Safe assumption. And
And then-
hiding in plain sight. If nobody knows you're the leader of a organized crime, then why do you skulk around, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'll do, and I'll just wait for when Tarathiel's going to go make his entrance stealthily. I'll kind of sneak over to this copse of trees and just be ready to pounce over the wall if need be.
Okay. You can get there in 2 minutes. Take everybody else a little bit longer. 10.
It won't take
Is that what-
Tarathiel
is
that
that-
long, but it'll take Farazan and Elma a hike.
15. Yeah. It's a mile. You can walk a mile in 15 minutes. 20 minutes tops with traffic. Tarathiel, you got the zoomies, so you can get there pretty quick. Not quite flying through the air, but
As long as there's not a water buffalo jackknifed on Obsidian Avenue.
So Spectra's there. He's watching the front, hanging out. You guys are heading over that way. Is that my understanding? Okay.
Mhm.
So Spectro, give me a stealth. We'll start with that. Let's
Okay.
just see how well you're hidden.
Yeah, not super great.
Ooh.
All right, and 20 minutes. Yeah, so before they show up, he comes out. You see him come out. He hangs a left, which is going basically north around the city,
Clockwise?
clockwise on Magma. And he's doesn't seem to be
Weirdest sentence ever.
actually. Let me make sure I'm getting that right. He is going to. Excuse me. No, he took a right, not a left. Going counterclockwise on Magma. Just strolling by himself. Doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry.
Whistling a
But
jaunty
he's,
tune.
but he is leaving your sight. Like
Yeah.
after about a block, 2 blocks, the road will curve enough to where you'll have to actually track him.
Yeah. I alert Telechat of the direction that he's moving in, what street he's on.
You guys are, I don't know, about 5 minutes out. Just kind of a casual, not casual, but a purposeful walk.
Fly casual.
You are following him. Oh, are we on this map? I'm not sure which
Yeah.
one I have up. We're on Cauldron? Okay. So, you're following him. You were basically here-ish. He came out, and he headed this direction. And he moved on to here, and then he took a right
Okay.
around the corner.
I'm gonna kind of sneak my way. It looks like I can kind of move in between some of the buildings in this little block that I'm in.
Somebody here?
Kind of back around this way, so I'm over here and see if I can see down that little alley down this
Your
way.
perception.
13.
You do not see him.
Spectro panics. Now, what he'll do is he will. What's the? How wide is this little street? Is it less than 60 feet?
Yeah. They're not
Okay.
huge wide roads.
He will
Maybe 30,
bamf.
half of that, 30 feet wide, maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna bamf. Assuming that he's in shadows over on this side of the street, he's gonna bamf over into this copse of trees and take another gander around. That should, if he's kind of in here, he might be able to see up Obsidian some, a little
Okay.
bit further down.
you bamf over to here.
Yeah, into the copse.
Okay. You get there, and you don't need a perception check this time, because you see him standing right about here, looking straight at you, smiling,
Okay.
and beckons you on. And he goes around the corner.
He's on to me, and he wants me to follow. I'm game. Where are y'all at?
Good question. Yeah, I like to think we picked up the pace a little bit.
It's
Still
uphill,
a couple of
man.
minutes out.
So he was heading to House Velatru.
Yes. He
Okay.
went
Did he-
into the house of Elantru.
Okay. All right. He went into the house. So I could just, keep holding sentry, but any element of surprise we might had seems to have been lost.
He did roll an 11 on your stealth.
Oh, I'm
And
not.
he is a master thief.
Well,
Yeah.
at least we know where he's
I'm
at.
not. Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm terribly surprised.
Where are we right now?
You call 5 minutes. If you just hang out and wait for them, you're there. You're all together. I'm assuming you're going to stay here while
Yeah.
you wait. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all together. You're in the copse trees. You're a block and a half up the road, down the road. I don't know how up and down goes in a circle, but down the block on Obsidian Avenue
Widdershins.
is the house of Velantru, where he had just entered, and basically kind of, of course I did it visually, but he just kind of winked at you, got a cocky half smile, and just waved, like beckoning you, and he walked around the corner into the house.
Lord
You went
Rolantru,
in.
as far as we know, has been doing good things for the town.
Been acting mayor, and has mostly been good for us. He's been on our side.
Yeah.
If he's
Yeah.
You think he's in danger then?
if he's got Volantra, we've got to get in there. Who knows what's happening?
Farazan will start running, I guess.
In place? You already caught up.
Oh, we caught up? Okay.
No,
little
you're
cardio
there.
in.
You're,
Okay.
you're all together.
Yeah.
You're in that little house.
He's getting hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Psych himself up.
They know we're here.
The party is no longer divided.
Yeah, I kept to the shadows, but he's a pretty perceptive fellow, apparently.
All right.
Let's
So do we-
just go? I don't know.
Do we want to look for a back way in, or you want to go knock on the door?
I can go kick it down.
Sounds good.
It's not as obvious as the Lord Mayor's house, but he also, Lord Velantru's house, is smaller by no means, maybe a quarter the size of what the Lord Mayor's is, but it is walled with a courtyard in the center.
Oh, okay.
None of you guys have ever been to his house before. You've talked to him a lot of times in the courthouse, the cusp of sunrise, over at the Drunken Moorcock. He's met you there before, but you've never been to his house. You've never made a calling into his abode to thank him for all his gracious gifts he's given you over the years since you've been here. You walk around the corner, and just like I said, it's not gigantic stone walls, but think of it like 8-foot walls. black iron metal spikes on the top. There's a iron gate, and there are 2 guards standing out front of the gate. Not the city guards. These are definitely like personal paid for guards.
Right, private security, black suits, sunglasses.
Private security, more like shiny silver armor, shields, and long swords, but relaxed, like helmets off, swords sheathed, shield lying against the wall, like they've got the stuff, but nothing ever happens, so they're very relaxed. And they see you. I mean, you walk around the corner, and one nods, one just kind of throws his head at the other one, and he nods in agreement, and opens the gate.
Well,
That was easy.
yeah.
I'll smile and say thanks, boys, and just continue on going in.
They'll step through into the courtyard, and the first thing you notice is it is resplendent. I mean, the lawn is kept, the trees are manicured, there are statues of exquisite detail all over the courtyard. Not all over, but like nicely placed throughout the courtyard. And the style of his house is much different than the rest of Cauldron. It's obvious he's done his own personal taste and his own work on his mansion. The cobblestone leads through this courtyard area up to the front door, which is closed. There's nobody sitting there waiting on you or anything. Walk up to the door. Again, the door would probably cost 1,000 gold, that kind of thing. Like just stupid money being thrown around in this place. And there is a door knocker. It's a little round. I kind of want to do like the knob, like can't hear you.
Yeah.
That
From
guy.
Labyrinth.
But from Labyrinth. So Labyrinth is a movie that came out. No, have you seen Labyrinth, Jamie?
Oh yeah, I grew up on that stuff.
All right. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, there's
So, yeah.
a hard wall at some point where I stopped watching things.
It's post Bowie Bulge, obviously.
That's the last piece of media he actually
Post
needed
cod
to see.
piece.
The Bowie Bulge did you in?
Scarred for life.
After that, there was really no movie that was truly worth it.
There's, nothing else
That's
could
when
give you
Jamie
the
was
same
like,
feelings.
cinema has peaked. It's all downhill
Yeah.
from here.
Well, this is it, guys. Put it away. We're done.
Yep.
And they shut the gates behind you. It wasn't like slam like you're in prison, but you notice, you hear the
Farazan takes
And they-
a gauntleted hand and bang, bang, bang on the door.
of Lord Volantri's house.
Yep.
Okay. Bang, bang, bang on the door. Nothing happens.
I guess I should probably just try the door.
Well, it's nicer to
lock.
knock when it's not somebody else's house.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm suspicious at this point, though. Jamie is suspicious.
What if he does shaving a
Mm.
haircut?
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. So you bang on the door, give it 10 seconds, no response. Check the door, it opens. And let's pick this up next time.
Petra's not walking in first this time. Spoiler alerts. Last time he did it,
Oh, no,
it
no.
didn't go well.
Dracula's absolutely in first.
Yeah.
Charge.
I'll go in and take the brunt of whatever trap we're about to to set off.
So is this the point in the AP where I tell you guys that I forgot that I have disguise self and could have not been Spectro while I was on recon?
That's
No, I
fine.
think you wait.
That's all right.
Okay, I'll tell you later.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Save that for next episode.
I was
I
like,
was,
I wonder what
uh,
spells I could use, and then I looked. And the first one is disguise self, and I was like, man, I wish I'd remembered I had that earlier.
Huh.
Mike, did you say you are unavailable next week?
I am not available next week. No.
Then we will
Sh-
see what's
Yeah,
behind
should
door
be
number
good.
one.
The
and
27th, whatever that next one is, I should be good for that. No problem.
two. Let me make sure.
So bringing a little bit of meta knowledge into the session. There was a moment there where, because I knew Mike was not going to be around next week, and because Mike was the only one following Braxton, and he walked directly into him, I fully expected there would be end of session, and then we just lose contact with Spectra, and then play next week anyway without Mike being here.
That would have been a lot cooler. Dang it. Yeah, 27th.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, next Monday is our United States Inauguration Day. Changing of the guard.
And the college football playoff final is that Monday night too.
Okay.
Monday.
Are you
Monday.
going? Is that why you're out of town?
No. None of my teams are in it.
Same for the government changeover, really.
It will be. I think it will be an interesting game, but I imagine Ohio State is still going to end up winning that. So,
Who's the other team?
Notre Dame.
Right. All right.
right.
See you in 2 weeks.
Good night, all.
2 weeks. Good day.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.